and the focus is on rocky ascent.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power rankings.
Huh? I cannot hear you.
Oh, the ice cream machine is on. What's holiday pie? They have a holiday pie.
What is that? What is it?
The holiday pie. I don't know. They say tastes like green pie.
Like what?
Green pie.
Well, let's try one then. Huh?
Okay, I'm trying to get a holiday pie. It's tasty. Oh, let's get 2 holiday pies. Yeah. Okay.
What is it? What happened, babe?
What? Ruffle? It's 140. Oh, my McDonald's. No, just order the pie. Order the pie. Playing on the phone for much. Huh? You just told me that. It's your thing. I was talking about my car. Yep. Holiday pies. Thank you. What?
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And I thought in last week's game, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
The numbers from last week's game for Ebron: 6 catches, 53 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
2nd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, Herbert. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So here are the Raiders now with great starting field position. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Devin Asiasi with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it to 17. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the sack on 1st down, Herbert trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Garoppolo. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They go with Jacobs. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. So the watch is officially on now. That ties him with Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander for 2nd place all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And partner, he now just sits 1 behind LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record, but we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done. And he would be a worthy successor to the crown. Daniel Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people of the NFL.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return for Jim. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone.
Hey, let me call you back.
Return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Boy, still in the first
Hello?
quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for
Sauce.
over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? But we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
You need 100, okay. I will call right now then, in 20 minutes then.
Give you 20 minutes?
Yo, they should be here by like 20 minutes then.
Alright, bet.
And then come back. Just call me when you stick. Okay?
Alright, hit me up then.
Okay, shoot. Yeah, bye.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the... It's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Yes.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko.
Huh?
And all the way inside the 15 before they
Oh,
drop him.
good.
26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Well.
Davante Adams, a 14-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert, he'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Holding. Offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Eckler now between the tackles. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got it to Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Eckler, they run left side. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Okay.
Herbert now. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Nagar's kick is good. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Just come afterwards. Thank you.
The ball back, and here comes Devontae Adams to the field again. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Garoppolo's throw there caught by Fehoko. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And his throw here is incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a... And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
What you doing?
3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Raiders continue to pull away
Hello.
in this first half. Extra point
What you
by
doing?
Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here
Hello.
in this first half. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
What you doing?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, okay. You didn't tell me hold on or anything. Oh, you did it.
And not much happening on the return as we get this to about the 23.
Shut up.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas,
yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Scott to return it. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? You have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
From the 29, Herbert, short little throw to Ebron. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Max Crosby, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now it's Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And it's complete to Adams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers 16.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
21.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
On second and goal, Garoppolo. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Undisputed.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take
Never come out yet.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of...
I don't see it.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands
Well, where you see it?
the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's not out yet.
Incomplete pass on that last play.
They said early releases maybe next year.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
It's good. And the ball is knocked out. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Fights through him. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
How come trying to do it in the van?
And that is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have got it on cruise control. Carlson down to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Scott. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. Up to midfield. Boston Scott. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Raiders.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes
is it good?
It's just a guy getting a feel, right?
Exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Chargers 3.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So the completion gets him just a yard, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Out of the gun, Eckler running running it. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Herbert now. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Out is Chris Nagar now to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Nagar's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, Does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. Go ahead.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert calling a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Herbert. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Once again, it's Jacobs. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
124 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they... a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left.
Yep.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Semi Fehoko
43 yards.
And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Carlson now to add the extra point.
Yeah, let me get the strawberry one and
Oh, look for the black one.
the red one.
The
The
black?
black?
Yeah. How much is it?
This one.
Yeah. Give me like 4.
There's
This
an
one
orange
was
one
over
for
a
orange
while
cream.
ago as they just add on
Let me
to
see.
their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
Give me like,
And it ends with a loss.
give me like 3 of each then.
Touchdown.
Thank you, honey.
So 3 of the red and black one and 3 of the red and black and white.
On is the
Yo.
Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one
I
away.
found your cherry it's on the cocktail.
I can grab like 3.
And not willing to risk another fumble. So on this
Thank
one,
you.
It's a touchback.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
3.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. To try again after the sack. Herbert.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Devontae Adams to the field again.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And quickly, they get to the line.
First down, Las Vegas.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Same target. It's Jacobs again. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's the 2nd and 7. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams from 21 yards away.
And the Raiders are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Hey, you almost done?
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Chargers getting set to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side of this one.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Forced out to his left.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
145 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 22 yards.
And the Raiders are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Carlson on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's complete right side to Asiasi. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. And Mike Williams and his Charger offense getting set for the next series. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. He finds his target, Ebron. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, Herbert. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yard. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review, and this being inside 2 minutes of play.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing right on his own 5-yard line.
Are you okay?
Yeah, she's having
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Charger drive about to get going. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man,
Yeah.